Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and I'm pleased to bring you my review of the Velodyne WeQ 12-inch wireless subwoofer. For your reference, I've been testing this with an Arcam FMJ AVR 400 AV amplifier. Now before I discuss with you some of the main features of the WeQ, I should let you know that this comes in either a 10-inch version or the 12-inch version that we've got here. Now this particular one has a 450 watts dynamic, 225 watts RMS power amplifier with an auto on-off feature and an extended excursion downfiring port, and that further extends the bass frequency. The actual dimensions of this are 46.8 by 41.6 by 45 centimeters. Across the front of the unit, in the top left, we've got an IR receiver. That's used in combination with the supplied remote control. We've also got a digital display, and then on the top right we've got a microphone input, and this is to aid with actually setting up the subwoofer for the first time. So here we've got the back panel of the Velodyne WeQ, and you can see at the top here we've got a low pass crossover control. We've also got a channel selection switch, and this is what you're going to match up with the selection you've made on the WeConnect unit. We've also got volume up and down. We've also got a standby mode switch, and this is where you select the auto on off feature. So you can have it switched to standby mode, which automatically switches off and on, or you can set it to always on. Then we've got some LFE, low frequency outputs and inputs. We've also got speaker level inputs. We've got an IR input as well. And then down in this bottom left hand corner of the back panel, we've got the input for the power cable and also the main power on off switch. The build quality of the WeQ is just nothing short of outstanding. This is a very solid built cabinet with a superb black finish to it, and the curved corners really do sort of soften the overall design. So here are two of the included accessories with the WeQ subwoofer. On the left we've got a little tiny remote control, and this is just okay, it's purely functional. I say this about a lot of products actually. Manufacturers tend to just include a remote control that's functional, they don't put a lot of thought into it, and this is the case here. It's not a deal breaker by any means, I just sometimes wish that with these high-end flagship products the manufacturers would give us something a little bit more than just throw in a little tiny remote control like this. But as I say, it's not a deal breaker, it does its job. And moving on to the little box you can see on the right, this is part of the WeConnect system. This is what actually enables the WeQ to be a wireless subwoofer. And for me, this was the real surprise in the package. I've never ever tested a wireless subwoofer or wireless home cinema system before. And this makes placing the subwoofer extremely easy, and it means that you really can get that placement in the ideal position in your setup. It works absolutely flawlessly, and I think this is certainly the way of the future when it comes to home cinema speakers. Now there are a long list of features on the Velodyne WeQ, but I'm going to highlight some of my favourites, and the first is what Velodyne refers to as the unit having efficient green digital amplifiers installed. And this enables them to not only deliver a great listening experience, but also a very impressive 0.5 watt power consumption when in standby mode. And that's something you really should consider when buying a product like this. There's also something called listening presets, and there are 4 of them available for you to store your favourite settings in. Maybe you want to set up slightly different settings for different genres of movie, and then you can recall them at a touch of a button. And whilst we're talking about being able to do something at the touch of a button, there's also a one-touch auto EQ room-based correction. Very, very useful for setting this up in a room that might reverb the bass frequencies around the room. It just really aids in getting the best out of the WeQ. It's something that not a lot of subwoofers include, so I was really pleased to see it here. And with most subwoofers just being a big box in your setup, sometimes they're often difficult to accommodate, so I like the fact that Velodyne have put a little bit of thought into the front speaker grille and done this nice sweeping design. So is the WeQ worthy of a place in your home cinema setup? Well, when I'm speaking to people and guiding them through home cinema selection, when it comes to speakers, a lot of people overlook the inclusion of a subwoofer. They look at some main floor standing speakers, for example, look at the frequency response and think that that is going to be good enough. And in some cases it is, and not all homes can accommodate a subwoofer of this size. Don't forget that there is also a smaller version of the Velodyne WeQ, and that's got equally impressive specifications. What I would really suggest is that you try and listen to your favourite film with a subwoofer in place and then turn the subwoofer off, and you really do notice how much of an impact the low frequencies make on your enjoyment of a film. For me, the WeQ really did deliver some amazing low frequencies, and I think the main reason I really do love this subwoofer is the fact that it's wireless, because as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this really does make placement of the subwoofer very easy indeed. Now, low frequencies are meant to be non-directional, but I do strongly believe that putting this in the right place in your room really does enhance the overall effect. So this is my review of the Velodyne WeQ. I think it's a very, very nice looking speaker, nicely designed, absolutely amazing specification, and I can really recommend it. Thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see another video of mine, please do click the annotation on the top of your screen now, and also you can click the annotation on the bottom of your screen and subscribe to the Geekanoids channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all again next time.